I'll never forget in the years in the 1950s and 1960s when offset lithography was coming in, there were articles written that said that offset lithography was only good for quick and dirty printing. I have those quotes. And of course, those same statements were made about digital printing. For many print buyers, digital printing meets their quality requirements. For some print buyers, quality is still a very high requirement, and offset satisfies that requirement. So as you go from print buyer to print buyer, depending on what they're buying and how they're buying it, quality tends not to be an issue. They know where to go to get the quality levels they want. Well, this show is very, very interesting. Everyone has gone in every different direction. I would have thought Man Roland would have shown more bigger presses. They introduced a smaller press. Heidelberg in 2004 at drupa, at a press conference, said there was no market for large format offset presses. I have that in my notes. Now they have a factory and they have a number of units and the systems that they've introduced. So technology and markets make liars of all of us. Last drupa, 2004, was the JDF drupa. They said that this was also going to be the JDF drupa. No, sorry, no double dipping. This is an inkjet-drupa. However, JDF now permeates everything we do. And as I said, JDF will be like air. It will be everywhere. It will integrate everything. And that's what it's doing, which is what it was supposed to do from day one. And for JDF, we must give credit to Heidelberg, because it was CIP3 that really was the beginning when Heidelberg brought together and created the concept of automating the process, and then released that information to the industry, which then formed the committee that created JDF. That was a great act, I think, of magnanimity in helping our industry. Remember, the reason that digital printing dominates at the low end is because there's no make-ready. It's a very important concept. Make-ready is the period from a plate being ready, delivered to the press, loaded, registered, ink up to balance, color imbalance. During that period of time, you are wasting sheets of paper and you are wasting time. Now, every offset press manufacturer now has this game that I can do make ready in 10 minutes, I can do it in 8 minutes, I can do it in 7 minutes. So this is like we should have a TV show and have them all with their presses and time them all. KBA seems to have the most innovations right now. There's one that I like especially, and that's the one where it looks at the PDF file, because most of our workflows are PDF, looks at the PDF file and compares it to what it sees on the sheet, and then adjusts. That's a very interesting capability. And of course, they have another method where, as the sheet's going through, they're looking at the entire sheet, and if they see an imperfection, they put an inkjet mark on it. And if the bindery system has the capability, when it gets to the bindery system, that sheet is ejected. So you get more useful sheets coming out. Very innovative stuff. Man Roland, the inline color pilot, the inline foiler, these are very great innovations. And again, I think the concept that was spoken about by the Man Roland person in terms of value added, cold foil, coating, anything that adds value to a sheet. Remember, I have just come back from a trip around the world. I have visited printers in 29 countries. And I have yet to find a single printer that is low quality. And I have not found a single printer that has bad service. So somewhere on earth, there are poor quality, bad service printers who are losing jobs to everyone else. I haven't found them yet. So if everything is equal, if I produce the same thing that you produce, then the only differentiator in many cases becomes what? Price. And that's the worst thing that can happen to our industry. It has happened. And we have to find a way around it. And one of the ways around it is to find a way to make that press and the things that attach to that press or work with that press do more. And that's where value-added printing comes in. Heidelberg, of course, has equipped all their Speedmasters with a new high-performance control system. Pronect, of course, is their workflow. All press manufacturers now have very interesting and very capable workflows that they have integrated. So you're not just buying a press, you're really buying a workflow, and the press is part of that workflow. And then Komori has introduced a number of changes as well. All of these innovations come down really to the same thing. They are increasing the quality of offset, they are increasing the productivity of offset, they are lowering the cost of offset, they are bringing down the make-ready time, which now allows offset to compete at the low end. So here we have a drupa, where you have the confluence of several trends at the same time, where you would have thought that the toner-based digital people would have really increased their capability significantly. We find minimal innovation in the toner-based digital printers at this show. We see maximum innovation in the inkjet digital printers at this show, many of which are a year or 2 years away. But we have found significant increase in innovation in offset, which is available now. So now the printer, wherever they are in the world, has an interesting challenge. Do I upgrade to a newer press, a newer offset press? Do I wait for inkjet, or do I try to get by with whatever toner is doing? And so I'm predicting that digital toner is really going to level out. And probably, because I think they have reached a wall in terms of speed, perhaps, certain levels of productivity, unless they can get the sheet size up in toner, but I seriously doubt it. I mean, a B2 toner machine was shown in 1995, and that was the last time it was never introduced to the market. We think digital inkjet is going to grow, both for wide format and for high-level productivity devices. So into the future, inkjet has phenomenal potential. And lastly, I don't think offset is going to go away the way letterpress went away. I don't think digital will replace offset the way offset replaced digital. What will happen, I think, is that offset will drop to about 50 or 40% of its current volume levels, and digital will absorb the rest. So offset lithography will still be a viable process until digital printing can do exactly what offset does. Large sheets, high speed, high quality, spot colors, automation. Thank you very much.